Okay, another write-in question from a listener. She says, we are on our way to the beach the other day when my 4-year-old starts screaming that they don't want to go to the beach. The 6-year-old chimes in agreeing. She makes a note that, by the way, her kids actually love the beach. They just don't actually like going anywhere. So she and her husband are like, yes, we're still going. Cue the kids starting to actually attack mom in the front seat while dad's driving. Dad now starts losing his shit. And mom is just like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Well, yeah, some days are a shit show, my friends. So here's the deal. I know we all listen to all the podcasts and read all the parenting books. And like your child says, I don't want to go to the beach. And you go, oh, yeah, honey, I get it. I'll listen to you. And you will miraculously feel so heard that you'll want to go to the beach. But you know what? In real life, kids scream. They hit. They pinch. They call you names. They pummel your arm. They get their sibling to join on in. In real life, sometimes our partner gets really triggered by either their inability to protect you or something else from their own life, and they just can't be the parent that they need to be for the kids or for us in that moment. So actually, there are several issues with this moment. One problem is obviously just the shitstorm that's happening. But you know, the even bigger problem, I think, is that we expect there not to be. That we somehow let ourselves be surprised by the fact that sometimes it's just freaking chaos. The reality is, some days are hard, some moments suck. Are there things that could have helped this moment? Of course. The biggest one that comes to mind in this particular moment is doing more of what I call pre-work and getting actual consent from the kids to go. So before you put them in the car, make sure that you've done all of the work. And I know they don't like going to the beach, but they like being there. Make sure you do that work before you get in the car. And I know that's kind of hard. It's like, but how am I going to do that? They hate it. Yes, because some kids hate transitions. So one thing you might do is show them pictures or a video of last time you were at the beach. Bring it real for them. Make them feel it even while they're in the house, right? Give them that sense of joy. Plan the day with them so they've got some investment in what the day is going to look like. So if you do all that pre-work and you get genuine consent before you get in the car, are you much less likely to have that kind of a ride to the beach? Yes, absolutely. But I also just want to say, can we please all give ourselves a break for imagining that somehow our lives aren't some days going to look like this? Because real kids lose it, and real parents do too. So there are going to be moments that just look and feel awful. And part of the grace that we can give ourselves is to at least acknowledge that, you know what, I'm not going to be surprised when it happens. I'm not going to think I'm supposed to live a life devoid of this. I'm not going to think that on these days that I'm failing. I'm just going to know there's a little piece of the work I didn't do. And you know what? Could I have done that? Probably. And I'm going to remember this moment and say, this is the cost of not doing that work. Let me pin that in my brain and in my heart. And let me make sure that next time I know what to do before we leave. For today, you know what I'm going to be doing? They'll be shoveling sand. And I will be shoveling, you know what? That's okay. It happens. It's literally part of our job.